Hey guys, it's Kevin. Today we're going to talk about how to buy a printhead. I buy printhead on a daily basis. We have this printer repair service. If you go to bchtechnology.com and we have customers, they have a printer they definitely want to keep. So they send in for repair. Quite a good number of them need a printhead. There will be like different model, different quantities. So we can't just keep all the printhead in stock, so we just like you buy printhead from internet. I know it's so frustrating you buy a non-working printhead. If you buy printhead from Amazon, just make sure that it has a Prime. If it doesn't have Prime, okay, let's say this guy. It doesn't have Prime, just free shipping. That means it's shipped from the third party's location, and we'll return it. You'll have to negotiate with the seller, and the seller can prove or disprove your claim, so you might not be able to return it. And come down, see this one have a Prime shipping. That means it shipped from the Amazon's warehouse. If anything goes wrong, just open a return ticket, and it's gonna get returned right away. And this doesn't look good. 1 star. Amazon has an evil buyer list. So if you return too many stuff too often, Amazon can ban you for life. So with this high-risk item, do not buy a whole bunch of them and return all the bad ones. Next, AliExpress. Never ever buy printhead from AliExpress. Okay. Let me say this: printhead is high-risk item. For every 5 printhead you buy, maybe 3 of them will not work. No matter your seller accept return or not, you have to prove that it's defective. So for me, I got over 10 years experience in printhead, and I know how to test the printhead. The story is I bought printhead from a seller on AliExpress. Then I open a ticket, said this printhead is malfunctioning, and first thing AliExpress do is jump right in with the seller and ask you to provide evidence that you have to upload the pictures. And of course, I have plenty of picture and documentation, so I provide all the pictures and the documentation. And the AliExpress say your claim is denied because the evidence is not sufficient. We need to provide the video evidence. Yeah, I got a YouTube channel. I know how to shoot video, so I shoot a detailed video, show them how I test the printhead, why it's defective, and the claim is denied again. And even more, my video even doesn't show up in their dispute history. So let me show you. So I opened a case in May 6th and gave the evidence, and here's the pictures. See, the seller never responds. So that's the seller even doesn't care whatever you do, because they know they're going to keep their money. So AliExpress step in to help, ask me for evidence. I submit a video, and AliExpress contact me again, propose a new solution, which is they told me, how about I will give you $0? Would you happy about it? I say no. And say, okay, if you don't want $0, let me do this. Let me refund you $0. And I say, no, I want my full money back. And finally, May 12th, they said, okay, that's it. When you buy stuff from U.S. company, the company stands with the buyer, stands with you. However, if you buy from AliExpress, AliExpress is in the same position as the seller. So for me, I usually get from either Amazon or eBay, maybe more on eBay, because eBay has more selections. Oh, by the way, I'm not saying the sellers are scammers that are selling you bad stuff. As far as I know, all the sellers I have contact with or I did business with, they truthfully want to sell a good printhead. However, you as a consumer, you need to know how to protect yourself and get a working printhead that's what you're looking for. First thing you want to know is there other popular models that's also compatible with your printer? For example, if you want to buy a printhead for a wide format printer such as a WF7720, 7710, 7610, 7620, if you just go search for printhead for that model, it'll be a lot more expensive and fewer. However, if you know WF3640 use the same printhead, if you search for W3640, it will be lots of results because more competitions, the price will be cheaper. How do I know? You can just search for your model, and you can see there are lots of sellers listing other models, and get a sense of what other model that's compatible with yours, and just search them one by one and jot down how many sellers are there, and you're going to get an idea. The second tip is notice the condition of the parts. Brand new or parts only. The word brand new is exactly the same as refurbished or used. So treat those three words the same because on eBay policy, if something is dead or malfunction on arrival, you can contact the seller and get it returned, no question. However, for parts only, you cannot. You got it, you bought it, you got it. Also, I don't think Epson sell individual printheads. So all the printheads you saw on eBay, they are refurbished or used refurbished. So it doesn't matter if they're brand new or not. But however, if they say brand new, you give you more leverage if you need to return it. So you get one selling for $66, one for $27, exactly same printhead. Do not buy that 27 printhead. Okay. If there's no free return, that's a red flag. Not even red flag. That should be like a bomb. Okay. Just blow the deal off. Go down and click free return and filter it. These are the sellers that's confident enough to saying, I'm stand behind my product. If anything wrong, you can return it for free. You have to understand all those printheads at one point, they are all they are all from the dumpster. So when they dive out of dumpster, they rated each printhead at different grades. So those are the sellers take the top grades, refurbish them, and they're confident that it's going to work. So next step for you actually is just go ahead and pick the reasonably cheapest. I'll go sorted by the price plus shipping, and the cheapest go first. Make sure it doesn't say sponsored. Sponsored is just they pay money to be there, so it might not be what you're looking for. Next, I'm going down the list, and I'm looking for ship location and shipping speed. They probably for the one I'm searching, they all come from China. There are no U.S. sellers, so I have to take that into consideration. I'm almost ready to buy this one, so next thing I'm just double check the seller's reading and the seller's feedback. When you put the trigger, you're going to have this pop-up window and offering insurance. Make sure you buy this. Let me give you a statistic. For every 5 printheads I buy, it's about 2 of the 5 can be used. 3 of 5 will be malfunction. Even I bought exactly what I'm doing now, buy them new. So that's why you need the insurance. The insurance you bought is called a Square Trade. I think that on the back end is Allstate. They're going to send an email to your eBay's email address, not eBay's in the messaging. Go to your email. That's where you register eBay. That's where the welcome email will be. Write down the end of the warranty, and also do it right now. Print a copy of your eBay receipt. You're going to need it when you claim it. Next, there are only a certain number of days that eBay going to take the return. So you have to follow up with the order because it's a long shipping from China to US. So you have to make sure once you receive it and test it right away. From the tracking, you can see it's almost here. So I have the printer and the manpower already set up. Once it is here, do a test right away. We put the printhead in and did a series test. In general, it was pretty good. But cyan, you can see there are some nozzles missing. So return this item is still available. So we click return. And we click item is defective because the seller claimed this will be a new printhead. So it's pretty easy for us to open the return. So here, remember, okay, be polite. Don't write things in all cap. Don't scream, okay? The seller is trying to do the right thing and offer a free return for you on this item that is high-risk item. I already told you, even at the best conditions, 3 of the 5 is not going to work. So be really polite to the seller. Another thing to consider is, remember, we did a filter. After we filter the seller we don't want, there are only a couple of sellers that are willing to take this risk. So be polite, write precisely, tell the seller that you did all you can to test the printhead. And then you attach your nozzle check. Remember, we didn't get any reply from the seller on AliExpress. Let's say our experience with eBay, and also eBay also tell you if the seller doesn't reply by 23rd, eBay just grab their money, give to you. Just a few hours later, I got this email. Said, please clean the printhead. If it doesn't work, we can give you a refund or send a new part, send a new order. What a seller. Okay, this is how you buy printheads. Try to have this kind of service with $20 printheads. So if it's after eBay's return window, we have double insurance. If things fall apart, you go to squaretree.com. First time they're gonna ask you for email. Use the email that you use for the eBay, so they will match up your policy. You can see I'm here a lot. So if you if you pass 30 days guarantee from eBay, and you can just go here. Remember, it doesn't know what you bought, so you have to match up with your date, and you can view plan, and then file a claim, and they will ask you for a receipt. Upload the receipt, and that will be done. I hope this video will be helpful for you. Check us out at www.bchtechnology.com or locally at Greensboro, North Carolina. Cheers.